Hi, this is the new Jackie 33, and I'd like to tell you about my first week post-op. First, I have to give you my stats. That never gets old. I want to tell you I had my gastric bypass on February 8th, 2016. My height is 5'4". My highest weight this year was 254 pounds. My weight at up at surgery was 236.4, and today I am 231 even. That is for a weight loss of, let's see, 5.4 since surgery and 23 pounds total. That is great. Let's see. I want to tell you what happened. I went in surgery on the Monday, came home on the Wednesday. And on that Wednesday coming home, I was in a pain and I was very uncomfortable. But I did listen to what members at YouTube said, and they mentioned bringing a pillow for the seatbelts. And that made a big difference. Except when the car hit a bump, it was very uncomfortable. And all I wanted to do when I got home was get Tylenol with codeine, get a shower, and go to bed in that order. And that is exactly what I did. I was like focused. I needed to get to bed. I didn't drink much water, but I am definitely afraid of dehydration. I've been hospitalized twice for dehydration, as recent as February of 2015. So I know the importance of drinking water. But at that time, all I could do was sleep and drink a little bit of water. I was able to drink 1 ounce every 30 minutes, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. I wasn't able to sleep in my bed at that time. I had to sleep in a den on the recliner, and I can now. I finally went back to my bed on Sunday. I have to sleep with those wedge pillows. I tried to take it off and got a little bit of gas, so went back on the wedge and I was fine. The pain right now is very little. Pretty much no pain except for that one incision on the right, in which I told you the doctor said she did all her work and put a stitch in there. That tweaks me every so often. I have a lot of discomfort, a lot of uncomfortable, but not really pain. I got up on Thursday morning and I went on the scale. I know I shouldn't have done it. Everyone says don't do it. I'm hard-headed. I went on the scale anyway. I lost 0.02 pounds. And I just shook my head at my utter lack of patience. And I just worked away and said, tomorrow it'll be better. Getting the liquids and proteins down is different. And when you hear people talk about it on YouTube, you don't realize how difficult it is, because when you come home, all you can eat is, and all you can drink is 1 ounce per 30 minutes. And there's only certain X amount of hours in a day that you can do this. So I didn't do very well. But the head nurse of the floor, she gave me this drink with strawberry underi and lemon crystal light, and it tastes like pink strawberry lemonade. It was very good. So I spent the whole day drinking that. So I got a little protein on that. The next day I got up and I got peppermint tea with a little bit of milk and Genpro to get some more protein in, because I can't quite go to Premier Protein quite yet. That heavy milky thing gives me flashbacks of OptiFast. I'm holding off on that for a few more days. The first day I was able to, the first day that I started counting, I was able to get just about 2 glasses of water in and about 22 grams of protein. I know that's not very good, but that was the best I can do at that particular day. The second day I got, let's see, I'm looking at my notes. I got about 2¼ cups of water and about 36 proteins in. And on Saturday I got about 2 cups of protein in and 2 cups of water and 46 protein. And by Sunday I went up to 5 cups and 52 grams of protein. And what's making the difference is I went from 1 ounce every 30 minutes to 1.5 ounce 30 minutes to 2 ounces every 30 minutes. And now, actually, as of today, I can actually drink from the bottle, 3 sips. And the good news is I don't have to sip, sip, sip. I could actually swallow. So, but once I get that third mouthful in, my stomach says, "Jackie, you're done. You need to stop this." My goal is to increase this every day till I get to my 80 grams of protein and my 64 ounces of liquid. My sense of smell and sense of taste have changed. I can now smell chicken broth, which offends me. I can't smell it anymore. Sometimes I smell people, and I have to walk away and be kind. Also, I made this black bean soup before I went to the hospital. It was really good. Now I can't eat it anymore. I have to throw it away. So I have to watch. Now it's time for the TMI part of the video. If you don't want to hear it, just please walk away for a good minute and a half. I didn't move my bowels till Sunday. I wasn't really worried, but on Sunday morning I got up and I had to go, but I could not. And I spent about 40 minutes sitting in a toilet just trying and trying and trying. And then I went back to bed to relax because I was uncomfortable and weak. And tried 3 more times. Worked a little, didn't work a little. I decided to take this laxative called 3 Ballerinas. It's a tea. I guess similar to Smooth Move. And it usually takes me about a half a day to 3/4 of a day for it to kick in. So I just went and lie down. And after about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I got up and said, I'm going to make this work. I'm tired of being uncomfortable. And I sat there determined, and I sweat, and I worked it out. It was work, and I was in a lot of pain, but it got it done. And then after that, I noticed the laxative kicked in. And it was kind of strange. It usually took 3/4 of a day. Now this took 2 hours. I guess my rerouted stomach is a little different. Let's see. Let me look at my notes. I talked about bowels, talked about water. As I mentioned, I can swallow. That's what she said. Sorry, this is my daughter. I did, every time I would get hiccups, I would stop eating or drinking. Thanks, YouTube. That was another tip. Because of that, I haven't had any pain, any dumping, any vomiting, any real problems except for the feeling of fullness all the time. Food commercials. When I was in the hospital, I didn't see any food commercials. Now I see them. They drive me crazy. Every food I want to taste. Now, I don't really want to eat it. My brain says I want to eat it, but they look amazing. Even McMuffins. I don't like McMuffins, but they look great. The pain wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I thought I was going to be miserable. I was uncomfortable. Most of the time, the pain was between 2 to 4, level 2 to 4, and with bouts of 6 to 8 with that in one incision. But it was so much better than I thought. No gas pretty much at all, thanks to my doctors. So it was great. I spent a great deal of time worrying about losing weight. I think I'm going to want to be one of those slow losers. And that scares me because all of this I'm going through, I don't want to be a slow loser, but I think it is. I tend to lose one day, lose another day, gain, lose, gain. And I'm one of those people who have to weigh every day. I don't have the patience for a week. But I noticed that in the past, and I noticed again when I was on OptiFast, and I'm starting to see the pattern still now. But my goal was to lose 5 pounds this week, and I lost 5.4. And I am so glad that I made my goal. I may never make another goal. My stomach doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. I thought it would look like a massacre. But I got 5 little incisions with little strips, little crosses on them. That looks kind of cute. I don't think I'm going to show you guys. My husband looks at it and he doesn't go, ugh. So I'm happy with that. But he didn't go oof before, so, you know. Let's see. I came home and determined to be the way I was before. Did was sewing, did some helping with cooking. I didn't do the cooking, but I was helping, and I was up, and I was exercising. And went on the treadmill, did a little bit on the elliptical on Saturday, and on Sunday, my body said, "You are an idiot," and it put me in bed, and I had to stay there all day. On Monday, today, I am also in bed, up a little bit more. I am going down on the treadmill for a few minutes, do my 10, 12 minutes, but not like I was doing before. I know I am mortal, and I need to keep myself down quiet. I've had major surgery. I do get hungry, but I relate to it differently. In the past, when I got hungry, I would eat until I was happy. Now, if it's time to eat, I will eat. If it's not time to eat, I will just sit back and chill. Now, you guys are so nasty. I said sit back and chill. I didn't say Netflix and chill. I got 3 more weeks. My what I do eat is cream of wheat for breakfast, a soup for lunch, and a soup for dinner. And my cream of wheat used to be legend. I used to make cream of wheat. I used to use canned skim milk, butter, sugar, cinnamon. It was like pudding in a cup. I can't do that anymore. So now I make cream of wheat the regular way. I use a little bit of salt. I use canned milk and Fairlife so I could get better protein with the milk and heat it up. And then when it's all done, you add a half a slice to a slice, depending on how much you have, of American cheese, regular cheese, not sharp. That cheese makes your cream of wheat amazing. That's a tip. You guys got to try that. Put a slice or a half a slice of American cheese in your cream of wheat. You don't melt it all the way in. You let it get like strings. So you have a little bite of the cream of wheat, a little bite of the cheese. You're going to really love that. Check it out. Now, on Sunday, I couldn't take that soup anymore. I had it. So I had bought this thing called, I'm looking down, Tasty Bites Madeiras Lentils. I got it at Costco. And it tastes like a chili. I think it's Indian. And I got a half a cup of that. I put a dollop of Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, and a tablespoon of shredded cheddar cheese. That was amazing. I had the stats. I mean the information on that. It was 9.1 protein for that little half cup, but it probably was a little bit less because their serving was 5 ounces and mine was 4. It was 555 sodium, a lot of sodium, 5 fiber, 18 carbs. So if I subtract the 2, it's 13 net carbs. But it was so delicious. It was worth having a little bit of flavor in my food. Now, I want to talk about Christiana Care in Delaware. That organization is amazing. The Christiana Care Barometric Unit was so organized, and they were right on point. When you went to your seminar, you got your surgeon appointment. When you went to the surgeon appointment, you got your appointments. When you got your appointments, they gave you lab work to go and tell you what day to go. Every time you went to a meeting, they gave you the next step. You didn't have to ask for it or figure it out or worry about it. They called you every 2 days to remind you, 2 days before every appointment, to remind you that you had an appointment. It was great. It was so organized. I wish everyone could have that, but it didn't stop there. When you got to the hospital was accommodating. They worked with you. You saw more than one surgeon. They all came in to see you and talk to you. Every time you had a nurse shift change, they came and they reviewed your account. They reviewed you to the next nurse in front of you. That sounded kind of strange, but they reviewed your account to each other in front of you. Also, when I went about a month ago, I had a tour of the floor and I met the head nurse of the floor and the head nurse of the nurses of the unit. Both of them came to see me. The head nurse of the floor actually was the one who had that ungery, the strawberry ungery and crystal light mixture that was so good. And she made sure I had it. She wanted to let me know that there was something better. And she actually called me on Friday to see how it was going and made sure everything was going. The head nurse of the nurses wanted to make sure her nurses were doing the right thing. And she wanted to ask me if I want to be a patient advocate. And this organization was so great. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to volunteer. So I want to give back to the community. So it's kind of good. Let's see. I need some help. I have to take my gallbladder medicine and also the medicine for the hair and nails. I can't mash it up and put in applesauce. It was disgusting. So my next step was to chop it up into little pieces and swallow them because I'm allowed to swallow pills. But what happens, I'm swallowing about 14 to 15 little jagged pills and it's so uncomfortable. Can someone please tell me what your suggestion is, how to take a bigger pill? I got to take that gallbladder pill and I want to keep my hair. So I got to do the hair and nails. So please let me know if you have any suggestions. Now, the quilt of the day is called Grandma Quilt. My college roommate from 72 to 75 wrote a book. Her name is Dr. Sally Jones. The name of the book is Destiny's Safari. And it's about a little girl, it's for fourth and fifth graders. And it's about a little girl who leaves Brooklyn and goes to North Carolina because she got a little bit of trouble. And while she was there, she would help her grandma quilt. Right up my alley. So I had to make her the grandma quilt, or my version of a grandma quilt. And last of all, the song I'm channeling today is an oldie. It's called You Got Me Going in Circles by Friends of Distinction, 1969. It was remade by Luther Vandross. You know you can't beat a Luther Vandross song. That's why everybody probably knows it from that, but it goes way back, and I love both versions. But I'm going around and around I go, from the protein to the water to the food, trying to get my system together. So that's why that's the song I'm channeling. And I think that's all for today. I hope I'm still watching your videos. You guys, I have so many subscribers, and I love it. Every day I go on, and I have so much to watch, and it's really great. I want to thank you for following me. I want to thank all my subscribers. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Your comments really do get me through your day, and now I'm starting to comment on other people because they touch my heart in different ways. So please subscribe. Also, I want to say have a great day, a great week, and I'll be watching your videos.